Hello. Hola is what I wanted to say. If you have yet to really embody your self-worth and are on any level considering that it may be wrong to charge money for your natural talents in healing, any kind of spiritual work, psychic work, whatever it is you do or have talents naturally for, if there is anything inside of you feeling like you have to give your services away for free because it's wrong to charge for them, this video is for you. And I'm sure it's for a lot of other people too, but that's going to kind of be what I'm starting to talk about. I don't know where else this is going to lead. But what ignited making this video was a comment that I got on another video. And the person was saying that they don't charge for their healing abilities. They're a healer, but they don't charge for it because they're not greedy and, whatever else. Which, I have compassion for this person, and if you're watching this, I have the utmost compassion for you, okay? But I'm going to hit you with some hard truths here, and I hope you can hear me. That belief system that you're not supposed to charge for spiritual gifts or healing, that it's supposed to be free, is a matrix brainwashing. It's part of this is what I call it on this channel, on my channel, the matrix brainwashing programming protocol. That is where that belief is coming from. It is a conditioned belief. You were purposely made to believe that it is wrong to charge for your natural gifts, especially having to do with spiritual work, in an effort to suppress your gifts, for one thing, deplete your energy for two, because if there isn't an energy exchange when you do healing work on others, for one, it's not going to really work for the other person. And for two, you are going to deplete your energy so badly, you're not going to be able to do healing work. And it's going to force you to go work a matrix job that is sucking your soul even more. This is all by design. There must be an exchange of energy. It doesn't have to be money. It can be something else, comparable, whatever it is that you want. But there has to be an exchange of energy doing spiritual healing work, or it's like null and void. Not only that, things will be out of balance and just no bueno. The organized religions or powers that be programmed everyone to, well, everyone, I'm in the US. I don't know what it's like in other countries. I just know how I grew up and what I see. And I grew up in an Italian Catholic family on both sides, my mom and my dad's side. I was baptized Catholic. I had to go to Sunday school, which was on a Tuesday, and, all this crazy First Communion. I did that. Just the only reason I went along with it is because I wanted the dress, the white dress that looked like a wedding dress on a 5-year-old. Or no, I wasn't 5. I guess I was like 9 or something like that. But even looking at that back at that now. It's like, why are we putting all these little kids and dressing them up like they're getting married? I don't know. That just crossed my mind. Like, that's weird now that I think back on it. Little girls in wedding dresses walking down the aisle to get a piece of the body of Christ. It does not make any logical sense in any way, shape, or form. It's predatory and disgusting. So, anyway, these are the things that the churches conditioned into society, an effort. I'm sure it goes beyond the churches. Okay. I'm not sitting here pretending to know exactly where this shit is coming from. Evil. Just evil. Just call it evil. Coming from the darkness. Whether they know it or not. It is evil. Controlling. Fear-based. That is evil. That isn't love, unity, consciousness. It is evil manipulated to look like love, unity, consciousness in an effort to control you, hijack your mind, keep you stuck and completely disconnected from your God-given gifts and awareness and consciousness, which is love, unity, consciousness, where the universe is completely working in your favor and you get paid to exist in alignment with your purpose, not working for someone else to make them financially rich, doing something that you hate, sucking your energy, taking up all of your time while not being compensated properly, because these people that run these corporations can't have enough integrity to pay people properly. They all sit around and wait for minimum wage to get raised. Why? Why don't these people take responsibility for themselves and their own businesses and pay people what they know they deserve and that they need to survive in today's financial economy? Instead, they wait for the government to raise the minimum wage. Well, obviously that shit's not happening. So take responsibility for yourself and your business. Represent yourself and your business properly by raising the rate and paying people without the government. Who gives a shit about what the fucked up government's doing about minimum wage? You don't have to pay people how the government tells you. Why? It's like these people use these excuses that are just ridiculous. No personal responsibility. None. I get heated. This is passion. I am passionate about humanity. I'm passionate about these processes that continue to keep people stuck. So if you're sitting over there like, I'm aggressive, she's aggressive, no. This is passion for your well-being. So, you must ascend out of the conditioning. You are not going to get anywhere but back in a matrix job, being taken advantage of, being belittled. Your schedule hijacked, can't even pay your rent, can't do nothing because you're not being paid properly. But then, oh, well, you have this thing that you were born with that you can naturally do to help people, that you've been, figuring out when you're not getting your soul sucked at a matrix job. But you're so programmed to deny your self-respect and worth that inside of yourself you're telling yourself it's wrong to charge for it. Do you think those people who don't pay you properly are sitting around talking about how it's wrong, how they don't pay you properly in your matrix job? Let's just put that into perspective for a second. No, they're not, because they're evil. They don't give a shit. So, right now you have to exist in a system that there's money. Right now your top priority should be consciousness, putting yourself and your needs first, healing work, and getting in alignment with your purpose so you don't need the evil to support you. Because once you make that jump, the universe supports you off of your natural abilities that you have to offer humanity by just being alive and offering them. You don't have to answer to a boss. You have to answer to yourself in alignment with source. And you can't do that if you are still conditioned by the matrix. Because you have all of these, for lack of better terms, fucked up beliefs within you that are blocking you from source, blocking you from the life that you actually want to be living, and blocking you from your consciousness ascending into alignment and into your purpose and into freedom. You're not taking advantage of anybody by charging for healing work. You're offering them something that actually helps them, and in turn get to take care of yourself at the same time. That is in integrity with source. What is out of integrity is these evil overlords and religious leaders who brainwash society to turn against themselves and work for pennies. All while they keep raising the price of everything because they don't have any integrity with that either. They see Joe Schmo doing it, so they're going to do it too. Greed, it spreads like wildfire. I don't understand how these people don't get that they don't have to do what everybody else is doing. That's the point. You're supposed to do what's in alignment with you and source, not what the greedy asshole next to you is doing. But hey, you get to be a greedy asshole too, so have fun with that. Greed will eventually take everything from you. And if it's not on the outside, it'll be on the inside. Dead on the inside. So, charging people for a skill that you have is not greed. That is alignment. Underpaying people, hijacking their schedule, putting ungodly pressure on people, and then not paying them enough to be able to prosper, that is greed. That is greed. It doesn't have anything to do with charging someone for healing work. The only reason that belief came about is because the churches want the power. They want to be the only ones who hold the connection to source when they don't even have that. And the only way that they could do it was to manipulate people and brainwash people into thinking that they were the churches were the only ones with the access. And that way they could make you give them their money. And what have we seen happen with that? What have we seen happen with that shit? Over and over and over and over again. Greed. Because it's all built on lies. It isn't built on universal truth. It has to come crumbling down. And that is what's happening. And it's only going to get worse. Way worse before it gets better. So the more quickly that you decondition from all the matrix bullshit that has hijacked your mind and start going in a lot, you have to figure out where the lies are, where the conditioning is. So if you're watching this and you're one of those people that thinks it's wrong to charge for a God-given talent that you have in helping others heal, if that is what you think, ask yourself right now, where did that belief come from? Who told it to you? Who planted that belief into your mind? And write it down. Put it in the comments, something. Where is that belief stemming from? I mean, who told you? Did your grandma tell you? Did you hear it on TV? I mean, it could be from anywhere. There's no right or wrong answer. As long as it's truth. And you're not lying to yourself. Because if you're lying to yourself, then we got a bigger problem. So where did the belief come from? Most of the time it's just, we take on beliefs from, how we were raised, what our family told us we were supposed to do, or what one of our siblings believes. I did that shit forever. I have older sisters. I took on parts of their identity like it was me, and I owned that shit. But it wasn't me. It was them, and I know that now. Hence, ascending more comfortably and more into my own and my energy and my worth. I don't care if the people around me don't like what I do, say, this is me. If you don't like me, get the fuck out of here. It's like, okay, I don't have to take on other parts of other people's identities to be comfortable with myself anymore, is what I'm saying. And I spent a long time doing that. I didn't figure this out until the past, couple years, 3 years or so. I started to notice that a lot of parts of my personality were actually parts of my sister's personalities, and that it wasn't in alignment with me at all. But that entails getting honest with yourself. You've got to decondition. Where did that belief come from? If you put it in the comments, I'll help you. If you're struggling with this, I'll help break it down for you. Or I'll help you break it down so you can see where it came from and the agenda behind where it came from, so you can de-brainwash yourself. There's so much to be de-brainwashed from. You just have to start. It's a daily practice, and you just have to do it in the moment. Once you get good at it, you can do that shit in the moment. And then eventually, there isn't programming. Eventually, you are operating off of authentic alignment with your purpose and your truth. And from that space, you have the ability to help and heal others. You don't have that ability, not intentionally, from a depleted, overworked, out of alignment, brainwashed space. Because then you're not in true alignment with source. So you're not receiving the proper messages to be able to translate and help others. You're going to be translating and helping others through your conditioned mind, based off of your unhealed trauma and shadow. You're going to be responding to people from the place of unhealed, which isn't rooted in truth. It's still distorted because you haven't deconditioned and you haven't done the healing work. Or maybe you have, but not enough. Especially if you're struggling with charging for your psychic abilities to work with others or healing, you have not done enough. And I'm getting chills in my body. I am the messenger. I'm here to let you know. You still have work to do. Think about it. If you're a psychic, okay, you know that you're a psychic, and you're working with others, but you haven't done the healing work. I know what I had to go through to figure out I was a psychic. It was a lot of shit. A lot of shit I had to heal from. Or have an outside perspective of. And I'm talking about an outside. It's like looking at your life from a different perspective, as if you're kind of looking at, not meaning down, like looking down on somebody, but just looking out on things. You've got to be able to take yourself out of the wheel of brainwash so you can see from a different angle where things are coming from. It's like pattern recognition. So you're able to be of service to others. You can't be wrapped up in the brainwash, in the brainwash and in the shadow, and then projecting unhealed parts of you onto the people who are sitting and looking to you for psychic information in connection with source, but you're answering off of your conditioning, not the connection with the higher source. You have to decondition. You have to do the healing work. The healing work never ends, of course, but you have to actively be doing it daily as things come up. At first, it's going to be like a lot of work, but then that dissipates. And then daily things will come up that need correcting. It's doing ongoing shadow and healing work to keep you in ascension, to keep moving, clicking more and more into alignment every moment. If you don't do this and you attempt to start doing healing work or psychic work, your ass is gonna get handed to you. You have to be in integrity doing this work. Mental, emotional, spiritual, physical integrity with yourself and source and the person that you're working with. And in order to do that, you have to decondition. You have to do the shadow work. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to distinguish the difference between your unhealed trauma and the voice of source or God or the angels, guides, whatever you're connecting with to relay. That's why this work is so sacred. And it's also why there's a bunch of scammers out there and people who try to fake it. But I'll tell you what, you can't fake this. You can't fake it. Not for long. It'll be revealed. It isn't something that can be faked. It shouldn't ever be. That is false light. The false light wannabes who are greedy. Greed is not really being something that you say you are and charging money for it. That's greed. That is not in spiritual integrity. When you are actually something and you behold these gifts and you offer it and you charge money for it so you can live and be happy and prosperous, that's alignment with source and with your purpose. Completely different from the other. So, I mean, that could be something too. If you're taking this martyrdom position, like, oh, I'm not going to heal, I'm not going to charge for my healing work. Well, are you really a healer? That's something to look at too. Or are you just like pretending to be one or thinking that you're one because you think it looks cool or something? I don't know. I know I can't imagine not charging for what I do. And the better and better I get, the more I charge. Because I deserve it. I know I'm good. All right, I got it. This was intense, man. If you made it through this video, I mean, you either love me or hate me, so I love you. I don't care if you hate me. Don't forget to like this video, share it, and whatever. Subscribe to the channel. I hate saying all this shit. It's stupid. You know what to do. I feel like a robot. Subscribe. It's like, whatever. Like, you're going to subscribe and do all that shit if you want to. I gotta go. I'm going to go pick up my kid. All right. I love you guys.